Hello Gemini, and welcome to another reading with Tiffany from tiffanystarology. It's so good to see you. So good to have you here. And honestly, you guys, it's time for us to jump into your March reading. I want to get connected, see what's in store for you for this month. We're going to be doing a traditional Celtic cross. I'll have timestamps for you below as well so that you can skip around if you want to skip the shuffling process and just see the reading. We'll also be doing Oracle at the very end. But wanted to let you guys know that I've been letting every sign know. Spirit specifically told me to share that this month we're going to focus in on using purple and pink crystals. So I just have amethyst and I also have rose quartz out that will be helping us to really tap into the energies of this Pisces season, which not all of March is Pisces season, but the majority of it will be. And we're going to really dive into that energy of just really connecting with our third eye, with our intuition, because this is a very Piscean energy to embody. I also will be pulling the cards again in a Celtic cross spread. Any cards that are not in complete view because they're a little bit blurry because this is a camera, not an iPhone, I will bring up to the camera so you should be able to see them nice and clear just like this. And also, if you want to get connected with me outside of the YouTube space, I do have links in the description box that show you how to do a one-on-one reading with me, connect on my Instagram, as well as email me if you need to also. So let's get started for Gemini. Sir, what is the current situation for Gemini in the month of March? What is it they're going to be focusing on, putting a lot of their energy into? We got two cards. So we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So immediately, I know that you guys are getting ready to focus on building something that is going to be long withstanding from a financial basis, whether this is a new job, a new place of employment, a new business that you're starting, or, you know, just preparing for your future. You could also be deep into studies as well for those of you who are in school. That's coming through as well. Your challenge with that Seven and Eight of Pentacles for Gemini. Some of you may also be working on your health. I feel that coming through as well. What's the current challenge for Gemini? Got three cards here. The cards are talking today. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, which is your energy, Gemini, and also the Four of Swords. So there's basically this need for you to learn how to be productive, but also learn how to rest, and finding the perfect balance in between the two, because I think right now you might be burning yourself out trying to figure out how to be stable, take care of your home, your house, but also how to get things done and then not resting properly. So that's a challenge for you this month. What are the strengths for Gemini? So we have the Eight of Wands. So I see you controlling the chaos, controlling the storm, and getting your ideas moving, which is beautiful. That's the strength you have. Also communication, which literally you are known for because you're a Gemini. Eight of Wands is about like movement, travel, communication. Area of focus for Gemini. This is not necessarily a weakness, but this can be considered to be like an area where Spirit wants you to put a little extra emphasis, baby this area a bit in your life. Area of focus for Gemini. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's where you're not doing well. So I don't want you to feel bad. And nothing wants to come out. There we go. All right, we have the King of Wands. So an area where you're being asked to focus is the energy that you're putting towards projects, goals, and ideas. There might be something as we dive deeper, I'll probably clarify that card, that is either taking up too much of your energy or you're not giving it all you've got because there's things that are in the way. All right, near future for my beautiful Gemini. Near future. We have the Hermit in reverse. So some of you might actually be in hermit mode right now, staying away from people, really keeping quiet, working on yourself, helping to improve your health, whatever the case is. But as March progresses, you're going to really start coming out of your shell. You're going to come out of this quiet reflection and start to actually reintegrate yourself back into society, I feel like, which is great, great news. All right. Recent past for Gemini. That is too many. It's like 4 cards. Recent past, there we go. Hierophant. So some of you may have been participating in a lot of like spiritual work, whether you've been getting a lot of readings, doing readings, whether you've been the type of person also who has reached out to a lot of mentors, gurus, been involved in yoga. So your recent past was you really trying to like ground your energy, connect with your energy, which is great. Advice for Gemini. You have the beautiful Knight of Wands. So there's this need for you to really get a move on, to allow your passions to guide you, to be fearless as you move forward with this month. Your environment. 3 of Wands, you're looking into the future. What does that future hold for you? Where does life want to take you next? Hopes and fears for Gemini. We got 2 cards. A lot of cards for you, Gemini. So, we have the Moon card and the Ace of Cups. So, I feel like you're super hopeful that you'll be able to achieve your goals, reach your dreams, be emotionally fulfilled, find love, find health, but you're also afraid of realizing your worst fears and things going wrong. So it's almost like you're playing with 2 sides of your mind, trying to decide, you know, do I stay pessimistic or do I stay optimistic? And it's hard for you to really make up your mind as to what exactly it is. But your hopes and fears are that things will go good, but you are afraid that things might not, which is okay. Potential outcome for the month of March for Gemini. There we go. 10 of Wands. Going up the mountain, having a lot of things to carry, but figuring out along the way how to put a lot of those burdens down. And I think those will serve you very well as we move forward. Okay, so we're going to start with the bottom of the deck. We have the Star card. So Gemini, this month is going to focus around you bringing life into balance. Whether this is about your health, your work, your love life, something in your 3D reality, because remember we pulled the 8 and the 7 of Pentacles as your potential current situation. So there's something in your 3D reality where you're calling upon either your star family, your light workers that you know of, other spiritual practitioners to help you find hope in your future. You're looking for signs. You are doing the work. You are trying to alchemize the inherent nature that we need to be grounded with while we're here on earth, while also still speaking to your guide, speaking to source, making sure that you are in divine union with both, because I see she's got a lot of energy in her right hand as well as her left hand. She's gaining power from the ethers with that right masculine arm, and she's bestowing a lot of that energy into her reality with her left hand, which is her feminine arm. So there's also this balance of like masculine and feminine energy that is coming up for you as well, Gemini. All right. So jumping into your first 2 cards, which I love both of these cards so much. The 7 of Pentacles is about, will the work that I put into the particular situation that I'm dealing with, so this is going to be different for everybody, and I will clarify, see if we can get a little bit more clarity here, but whatever it is that you're working on this month, Gemini, Spirit is asking that you be patient, that you believe in yourself, and that you see the outcome before it arrives. Really manifesting what it is that you desire, and at the same time, while you're trying to really, be positive and focus on what it is that you want for your life, I also want you to focus on the best way that you can move forward to allow yourself to be able to build. This particular witch is in like a kitchen or like a apothecary type setting. She's working on her tinctures, she's working on her potions, whatever you want to call these, and she's perfecting this. So there's an area of your life this month, Gemini, where I feel like Spirit is wanting you to try to perfect that part of your life, try to learn, and by doing things over and over again, whether that's writing affirmations, whether that's literally doing the same thing every day and building a healthy habit, there is this need for you to kind of just keep going after it, staying consistent and not giving up. Because if you don't give up, there is this potential that what you're putting a lot of work into, a lot of really refined energy, you are going to actually see the benefits. She's working actually with grapes, which takes a whole lot of like perfection to grow. And Spirit wants you to dive into what it is that your heart is desiring in this particular situation. And also to believe that what it is that you see coming forth, like she's got the wine out already, like what you imagine your life will be is basically how it's going to be. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to get that new job, if you want people to buy your products, if you want to do some alterations in your lifestyle as far as what you eat, exercise routines, things like that, I feel very much so like Spirit is going to emphasize that. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell us a little bit more about your current situation. I do feel like though, with it being a general reading, it's going to be hard to narrow it down because all of you guys are going through a lot of different things. But you have the 7 of Wands, which for me just looks like someone who is protecting themselves. So this is a way, you know, in which you're working on something in your life that you believe is going to give you a very suitable outcome for your own well-being. I just keep seeing well-being, 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 okay? And in order for you to get there, you do have to cloud out a lot of the noise around you. And that's where we end up with this beautiful spread of 3 cards for your challenge. So the 4 of Swords is all about taking rest, refuge. There's cobwebs on the windowsills or on like the corners of the room. The moon is out. We're really just reveling in our energy of rest, relaxation, and recuperation. You trying to perfect your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, whatever it is during this month, it is going to require that you also build healthy habits around resting and reintegrating your energy properly so that you can be your best self and show up in the best way possible. There's a need to really look at how much effort you're putting into your work, into your home, into your mental health. The Queen of Pentacles is asking you to also look at where you need to honor yourself in regard to the work that you do. Maybe some of you are considering being in a role that is more fulfilling, less labor intensive even, where you're actually going to be able to like sit and still make money, but in a way that allows you some form of rest. And also the Queen of Pentacles, she is very much so about the home, food, health, things like that, right? So we want you to also take time to make your home a sanctuary this month. Like, do whatever you feel is necessary to create a balanced lifestyle at home so that when you are at work, you don't bring that home. Or if work is at home, you have healthy boundaries about shutting off that computer or, you know, when you clock out at 5 p.m., not taking those emails home with you. So you're being called to pay attention to your health, to your work-life balance, and basically pay attention to what your body needs this month. With the Queen of Swords, you're also standing in your power and in your truth. So if something is not working for you in any area of your life, this could be a relationship, this could be family that needs to kind of have a little bit more respect for your space and your peace, this is a time that you're going to have to implement that. I don't want you to be nervous about it. I want you to just tackle it head on and understand that in order to be most effective this particular month, if you don't have the proper boundaries up, which did come up with this 7 of Wands as well, this is your challenge, remember? So if you don't have the proper boundaries up, you might get taken advantage of. You might feel used. You might feel underappreciated, and you're not going to be able to accomplish your goals, I would say, in the same way that you could if you were to set out clear boundaries, tell people, this is how I feel, this is what I need from you. I'm going through a lot right now. I need a little bit of extra time. Or, hey, can you assist me? I want you to speak up. Because again, your strength is your ability to calm the storm. So I feel like, Gemini, you have this ability to look at the storm that's going on around you. So there might be some chaos, some disappointing news, some scary news that you've come into contact with lately, or just an unsettling energy around you lately where just life just doesn't seem settled. When I think of a tornado, I think of everything getting picked up off the ground and life is not super stable. But with just the flick of her wrist, she can call her power back with that wand and communicate and allow things to progress forward in her life in the way that they should. So your strength is actually in your ability to honestly, like, go toe to toe with this chaos that you're around, but not letting that chaos take you out or reduce you to nothing. Like, you're actually able to stand in your truth this month, and also stand in your power if you take the necessary steps to do so. And that's a beautiful strength to have. With your area of focus, I'm definitely going to clarify this card, but you have the King of Wands. He's looking at a map. He's looking at the future. He's making the necessary changes that he needs to. And like, I would even say not changes, but like, he is thinking of where to next. There needs to be a little bit of initiative that you take this month, Gemini. Like, if you've been feeling a bit lazy or unmotivated, Spirit is really wanting you to like jump in the driver's seat for your life this month. Whether that driver's seat takes you to the promised land and you reach beautiful goals by the end of this month, or if you're just starting your journey to healing or to exercising your right to be in a different place where you feel more appreciated and loved, that is where your emphasis is going to be this month. It's time for you to really just cut out the chatter of everybody else, what everybody else wants, and focus on what it is that you need. Not to say that the King of Wands is selfish, but there is this kind of like Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy where it's like all eyes on me. And the energy that I see of this King of Wands, it honestly reminds me a bit of the Emperor when I see this card. The red in his cape is all about taking action. And so I think Spirit wants you to like look at where your life is going. The ideas, the ideals that you have for yourself with that 7 and 8 of Pentacles, right? The need to structure better work-life balance, better boundaries around your physical vessel and maybe with friends or family or jobs that are out of place, and start to like better see your future life in a way where you have more autonomy over yourself and you take control of your life and life doesn't take control of you. But let's go ahead and clarify. What can we know for this area of focus, Spirit, about this King of Wands? Why the King of Wands? Let's see what Spirit says. Yeah. You're being asked to take this leap. There's a leap of faith, a belief that you have like within you right now, that life needs to take a change. There needs to be like a detour. There needs to be a change of direction. There needs to be a different way that you approach situations. And in order for you to do that, you have to embody that King of Wands energy that gives you that passionate, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius vigor to make a positive life-altering change that brings more abundance and liveliness to your life. So again, for the near future, I'll show you what the card looks like upright. The Hermit is just sitting at the fire, meditating, thinking about where to go next, getting deeper into their spiritual connection. You got it in the reverse, meaning that Spirit is challenging you right now to get out of this fixed state of isolation, begin to integrate yourself back into society. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit cooped up lately with what's been going on with your life. And it's time for you to finally just actually move out of that period and into a period where you're actually going to be taking more action, authority. I feel like Spirit is saying you had the time to rest at the beginning of the month, but by the end of the month, I feel there's going to be a big change as far as this energy that you have to get out of the house, take ownership of your life, be more ambitious. And I think you will start to see that as you get out of this hermit mode, it makes room for there to be greater blessings that pour in. Like, you've done this spiritual work. You've taken the time apart from everybody else. But now it's really time to like get out there again and like show the world, like, I have the capacity to do what I need to do to make my life successful because I was doing the inner work. A lot of inner work is done with that Hermit card. So we don't take that for granted whatsoever. Recent past with the Hierophant shows me that you probably have been in some way, shape, or form connecting to an authority figure within a spiritual community. So some of you have been getting tarot readings, others have been doing Reiki healing, others have been doing yoga classes or going to your local church and diving deeper into, I feel like, what it means to be spiritual, what it means to find purpose in your life. Maybe you're reading books, gaining knowledge of some sort on spirituality, manifestation, how to ground your energy. And I feel like a lot of this information that you gained was while you were in that hermit mode. So when you were in that period of isolation and you were by yourself, and I see an owl up here now, there was wisdom, there was divine wisdom that you were acquiring. So your near future was this in the reverse, because in your recent past, this is where you were. You were gaining knowledge. You were understanding where you come from. You were understanding how the universe works, what it is that I need to do to get ahead in life, how to call your power back, all of those things. And all of the lessons that you learned and the things that you got involved in your recent past have helped you to be able to come out of this hermit mode in the recent future, or the near future, I should say, as you get ready to start integrating yourself with society again. But again, recent past, it was a deep dive into esoteric learning, deeper understanding, possibly past life regressions, things of that nature that reconnected you to your spiritual core. Advice from Spirit, though, is now that you have all this information, Gemini, now that you've been doing the work, right? As the month goes on, you will have to face this dragon. I see this Knight of Wands going towards this dragon. I really do. But there is a bit of hesitation. He's like sizing up the dragon. He's realizing, okay, I have a big battle ahead of me, right? There's something up there that's scary. But I know that I can accomplish anything I put my mind to, is what I hear this card is saying. Being nervous about something is okay. Being anxious about the result is okay. But will you still face it, or will you collapse under the pressure? And that's where I want you to really focus this month. It's like your mental health comes first. The work you're putting into yourself comes first. The isolation period is over. The integration of learning from others with greater wisdom and understanding has come to pass, right? But now it's time for you to show the whole world that I might not know exactly how to get there, how to get to the top of this mountain to fight this dragon. And this dragon might be scary, and really facing my fears with this situation is going to come up, right? It's going to come up. But you have to have faith and believe in yourself, because a lot of the times those dragons, those scary things that we have in our life, we make them out to be much bigger than they are. And I feel Spirit saying through this card, Gemini, there is nothing too hard for God. There is nothing too big for you to accomplish as long as you have faith in this process. Those dragons, those scary things, those test results, those, whatever it could be, that breakup you just went through. As long as you can find your 2 feet again, you will be okay. You will be able to calm the storm that's ahead of you, because you will be able to command your energy and your power back to you. And you'll see, you're going to face your, biggest fears head on this month. I really feel that. Your environment. It's literally a card of action again. A lot of red capes. Almost, wow, there's so many red capes. This one has a red cape. This one has a red cape. This one has a red cape. Let me see. The King of, oh my gosh, guys. King of Wands, red cape. You're being asked to take a very, very bold stance this month. Like you're being asked to be so brave. When I think of a cape, I think of a superhero. You have supernatural ability to channel power within you, Gemini, that I don't even think you know that you have. Whatever is ailing you, whatever is worrying you, whatever is scaring you, whatever is making you feel like, I don't know if I can do this. I feel like I put in the work, but I just don't know if I can accomplish this. You can. The 3 of Wands is her standing at the edge of the cliff. She's not scared. She's not quite like the Fool card taking the step off, but like she's looking at the future. She's calling in the ship. You can see here she has like a little bit of like her wand magic working. And it's like when you set out to accomplish something, you're going to see how easily you can get to the root of the problem by just being in your power and commanding and taking action towards what it is that you want. Wow. Facing your fears. And again, like we said, the Moon card can be about illusion. The Ace of Cups is about fulfillment. I feel like there's a part of you that is scared of what could happen because we are human. I think fear is a way to protect the ego, to protect the person, to protect the physical body. But nothing that we ever do in this life is going to be 100% just without fear every single time. There's a couple of things in life that I feel like the majority of us could like do, or the majority of us could face without much fear. But a lot of the times when it's really like, I won't say troubling, but when there's difficult circumstances that are presented to us, like that dragon, you can get caught up in like, am I actually going to be able to be this jaguar that I know I am, or am I just going to be this little cat? And that little cat is also in the back of this broomstick here. So I want you to look at your reality, the fears that you're facing, the mountains that you have to climb. And remember that you are all that. This next full moon is going to be huge, pivotal for you. It's going to change a lot of things for you. And I think you're going to start to see yourself in a different way. Like maybe you will have that jaguar energy, or that Black Panther, if that's what you want to call it, energy come out. But it's going to take you believing that the actual outcome will be favorable, that you will reach your goals, that you will come out on the other side feeling fulfilled and feeling good. My camera's going to time out, so I'm going to stop and start it real quick. Okay, so to kind of finish this off, like this energy that you have of being hopeful, it's that Ace of Cups overflow energy, that health, that fulfillment, that happiness, that inner joy, that peace of mind. It will be there so long as you believe that it will. And with your potential outcome being the 10 of Wands, Spirit, could you tell us a little bit more about that potential outcome? Tell us a little bit more. Wow. You have the 9 of Cups. So you are going to be going up a very steep mountain during March. It's going to feel insurmountable. And you're going to feel really tired because you know that you have to get up this mountain, right? We'll get to this 9 of Cups in a second. You know. So you do what you need to do to get up the mountain. You put the burdens down. You get the help that you need, or you get the relief that you need, whether that comes in the form of a new doctor visit that goes well, a new treatment option for you, a new job offer that comes in, finally a change in position, a new boss comes in, you receive some kind of help, the relationship that was burdening you is finally over, like things like that. And then right when you thought you couldn't take it anymore, when that help comes in, when that news comes in, when that clarity comes in, you get this 9 of Cups energy, which is like, yes, fulfillment, emotionally thankful and grateful, sitting in your own power by yourself, and just being able to revel in the goodness of our source creator, that you were able to get through this very difficult time where you had to face your fears, where you had to go up the mountaintop alone, is what I feel. By the end of March, there's something coming in for you that is going to really change the way that you look at your life and the hard work that you've put in and the fears that you had to overcome. And you're going to see, I think, a beautiful, beautiful alignment of some sort. And it's going to make your heart just overjoyed. Let me see if I can dive a little deeper. What is this 9 of Cups? Can we know what this 9 of Cups is? This feeling of just wish fulfillment. You have. Oh, of course we can't just get the Knight of Cups. So there's good news coming in. Good news is coming in. A love offer, an opportunity, positive test results. Whatever that is. And that doesn't have to just be like medical. That could be like if you're in school, like positive test results, right? But behind it is that fear. That mountain, right? There goes that same mountain. The devil is going to try to make you feel like you can't and that you won't. You have to literally do everything within your power to cloud out this noise this month and to believe and have faith. Because there is good news coming in. Something positive. Something that will make you feel amazing. That will give you joy, delight. Make you feel like you're brimming over with love. But there's a part of this whole process that's being distorted by your inner fears, by your inner traumas, by your wounds that you're dealing with at this time. Whether it's you haven't been able to do this before. This is a new and scary environment that you've never had to deal with before. Maybe there might be some sense of imposter syndrome that comes up where you feel like you can't step into the shoes of your successor. Like whatever that case is, cloud out all of that energy and just focus on what is at hand. This Knight of Cups is bringing you really good news. A really good offer of something that will make your heart explode with happiness. Wow. Gemini, you are going through a big transformation. But all in all, I just want you to realize that everything that I read is about you having faith in yourself, believing in yourself, and also having faith in the Creator. So we're going to jump directly into your oracle to wrap up this reading. We're going to pull 2 cards. We got 1 already. All right. So there is a call to water magic for you. So it says, cleansing of the body and the spirit. So this doesn't necessarily just have to be a bath, but it can be a spiritual bath. If you can get water flowing over you, if you can sit in water, if you can be near water, if you can also just cleanse your energy by being in the sun, using Palo Santo, sage, music, whatever it is that would literally cleanse your energy. You need to incorporate that right now, because there is this sense of needing to rest after a lot of chaos. I feel like you've been through a lot, and March is going to be a somewhat of a testing month. But by the end of the month, you're going to start to see the progress. You're going to start to see the good things that are coming for you. But it is going to be somewhat of a challenge to get there. Your second card here says water magic. So there's a need to get connected with water, because there's a need to purify and cleanse the soul. And when we deal with water magic, that could be you drinking more water. Maybe you need to cleanse your system. Maybe you need to focus on hydration of the skin and being near water, hearing running water. Incorporating water rituals into your daily life. Charging your water under the full moon, stuff like that. But ultimately, the closer and the more likely it is for you to like physically sit in water, I think the better off you will be, because there is this need right now for you to trust spirit when spirit says, it's time for you to get your body in order and get your soul in order, and the hard work that you've put into yourself. It's time to rest in the promise of what is to come. And also just emotionally like processing things. I think of water, I think of tears. We're going to pull one card for you for the word of the month that spirit wants you to focus on. What is that for my dear Gemini? As they face their fears, what is it that you have them focus on? Thank you, spirit. Ambition. So this is about taking action. So it says set your sights beyond the horizon. So when he was looking at that dragon, he had to conjure up the ambition to even go after it. So there's this need for you to really like rest in your power and decide for yourself that you want to be ambitious, that you want to be a go-getter, that you're going to take control of your life, that you're going to look beyond the horizon, look beyond what is currently scaring you, making you feel afraid, worrying you. And you're going to start to focus on the future reality that life is so sweet, and there is a sweetness to it no matter what you're dealing with. There's this ability for you to grow and to do more and to get there and to really push past your fears and follow your heart to the next, to the next step. So I really hope that this helped you this month, Gemini, to, get some things in order. It's difficult when we're fearful of things. We all have fears. We all go through it. But I want you to know that you are not alone. You have a support right here. I'm sure you have plenty of friends and family who love you and would love to support you as well. But take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. And make sure to cleanse your energy. Prepare for this journey that you're getting ready to take. You have the power to do all those things that we talked about. It comes from inside. So don't let that devil energy hold you back. Don't let those old beliefs and those toxic habits and all those things to encroach upon you again. Focus on the things that you've learned throughout this month and even the end of last month that are going to help you to see your way forward. But okay, Gemini, until next time, I will see you guys again very soon. Bye, guys.